David. Have you had dinner yet?
About to. What's up, Mom?
Nothing really. Just wondering how you're doing. Haven't heard from you in a while. Your aunt was asking about you too.
Sorry, I've been really busy. Work has been intense lately.
That's okay. I figured. Sorry for interrupting your dinner.
No problem. I'm just waiting for my food order. We can text. It's nice to catch up, actually.
You're eating out?
Yeah, at a diner. I always come here when I'm traveling for work. They know my usual order by now.
You've been going to a lot of diners lately, haven't you?
They're convenient when I'm on the road. Better than room service.
Oh, you're on another business trip today.
Third one this month. The company's expanding, so there's more client meetings. We're opening new branches.
I see. How long have you been away this time?
About 4 days now. 2 more to go, then home for 3 days, then I have another trip.
That sounds like a lot. Make sure to rest a lot when you can. Isn't eating at diners all the time bad for your health? You should take better care of yourself.
Modern diners are actually pretty healthy. They show the calorie counts so I don't overeat, and there's enough variety that I don't get bored eating there every day. Plus, I always get extra vegetables, and they have great salads here.
You used to love home-cooked meals when you were younger. Remember how you'd always ask for seconds?
I still do, I just don't have much choice when traveling. I'm always too tired to cook. Eating at diners and getting takeout is just so much easier.
But don't you miss having a quiet meal at home sometimes? All these business trips must be tough.
The travel can be exhausting sometimes. Living out of suitcases gets old, especially the long flights and living out of hotels. Sometimes I forget which city I'm in when I wake up.
Oh dear.
I'm used to the travel now, but I feel bad for Mia. I'm sure she gets lonely with me being away from home so much.
Does she complain about you being gone?
Never. She's always supportive. She even packs my suitcase for me and leaves little notes in my laptop bag.
Is Mia supporting you properly? I can imagine these business trips are hard on marriages.
She supports me more than I deserve. Even though she works too, she always puts me first. She never makes me feel guilty about traveling.
Is that so? That's surprising.
Yeah, Mia's really an amazing wife. I couldn't do this job without her support.
But Mia's quite a bit younger than you, isn't she?
6 years younger.
That's quite an age gap in today's world.
Not really. We barely notice it.
And she seems so passive and unreliable. Is she really managing the housework properly?
What makes you say she's unreliable?
Just my observation.
Of course, Mia may seem easygoing, but she's actually very responsible. I'm the one who always relies on her.
Really? That's surprising. You say that, but when I visit, things seem different.
Different how?
I see Mia quite often, and she doesn't strike me as particularly capable.
Mom, you're being unfair to her.
I'm just worried about you.
Mom, I know you visit when I'm away. Please try to get along with Mia.
But I do try. We do get along. I always bring over extra side dishes. You both love my braised chicken, don't you?
Yeah, thank you, but bringing food doesn't mean you're getting along.
I even teach her cooking sometimes. We cook together. That shows how close we are, right?
That's good to hear. Just please be kind to her. Work has been stressful enough, so my wife and mother fighting is the last thing I need.
Oh, you don't need to worry about that.
I'm glad you're getting along. I've actually been worried about leaving Mia alone during my business trips. It's not safe for a woman to be alone at home. Mia's pretty, so I worry about creeps bothering her.
You worry too much about her. Don't be so dramatic. I've lived alone for years and I'm fine.
But the world's gotten more dangerous. There have been break-ins in our neighborhood recently.
Yes. I'll keep an eye on Mia, so focus on your work.
Thanks. Please look after her.
I already do. Just relax, okay? When does the business trip end?
Day after tomorrow, but I have to leave for Pennsylvania right after.
Another trip so soon? That's on the other side of the country.
Can't be helped. It's important for the company.
Oh my, that's tough.
And the next trip is longer. I'll be going to Orlando for about 3 weeks, so I'm counting on you to look after Mia again.
3 weeks is such a long time. Won't Mia be lonely?
She understands it's for our future. At least Orlando is a lot closer to home.
Not close enough, but I understand. Leave it to me. I'll make sure to visit her often while you're gone.
Thank you, Mom. That makes me feel better.
David, please try to stay calm when you hear this.
What is it, Mom? You sound serious. You never message me this time of day. Did something happen at home? I'm in the middle of a meeting, but I can step out.
I need you to be strong.
Mom, you're scaring me. What's wrong? Just tell me what happened.
I just heard that Mia has passed away.
What? That's not funny. Stop joking around. I was just on a video call with her last night. We were planning our anniversary trip.
I'm not joking. Some warehouse boxes collapsed at work and fell on her.
That can't be true. I just talked to her this morning and she was fine. She sent me her morning selfie like always. She was wearing the blue sweater I got her. Everything was normal.
The accident happened 2 hours ago. They said it was instant.
No! No, this isn't real! Have you seen her? Someone made a mistake. It must be someone else. Mia doesn't even work in the warehouse section. She's in accounting. They must have mixed up the names.
I know it's shocking, but please stay calm. Mia's parents are angry with you. They say you're not welcome at the funeral.
What? What did I do? I need to call them right now. I have Mia's dad's business card somewhere in the kitchen. They just invited me to golf last month.
You weren't there when Mia died. They said they tried calling the house multiple times but got no answer because you were away on business.
Yes, I was, but that's not my fault. The company needs me here. I'm trying to secure our future. We were about to buy a house soon. Mia picked out the neighborhood. Which hospital is she in? I'll cancel all my meetings. I can catch the next flight and be home by midnight.
Her parents think you neglected your family.
That's ridiculous! Sure, I'm away a lot, but I never neglected Mia. We video called every night. I always made sure she was okay. I hired a security service for the house and got cameras installed everywhere. I even changed all the locks last month.
I understand, of course, but her parents have misunderstood. They're determined to keep you away from Mia.
I'll call and explain. They'll understand if I talk to them. Give me their number. I'll explain about the promotion and our plans.
Wait, let me handle that. It's better not to upset her parents right now. Don't contact anyone. Just stay quiet for now.
But I can't just stand here and do nothing. I need to see Mia. She's my wife. I have the right to see her. I'm calling the police. They can't keep me from her.
I don't even know which hospital she was taken to, or which funeral home.
How did you hear about this then? Who told you? Name one person who was there.
Through a mutual friend.
But I'm her husband. How can they keep me away? This is crazy. I'm booking a flight home right now. I've already pulled up the website. There's one leaving in an hour.
I understand how you feel, but you're in Pennsylvania now, right? You couldn't get here quickly anyway.
I don't care. I need to be there. What about her things? Her phone? Someone must know something. Her desk at work? Her office friends? She's really close with Jenna. Do you think I should call her? Someone must have seen something.
Her parents are handling everything.
Still, why are her parents rejecting me like this? They knew about my business trips from the beginning. They never complained before. They even encouraged me to work hard.
I think Mia's parents never really approved of you. I could tell from our phone conversation. They seemed to think you weren't good enough for Mia. They were just being polite to your face all this time.
So they were lying the whole time? They were always so kind when we visited. They helped us move. They celebrated all our anniversaries with us.
Maybe they never really accepted the marriage.
They said they thought of me as their own son. Was that all lies, too? Every New Year's dinner, every birthday, everything was fake?
Finish your business trip as planned. They said not to come home until they've removed Mia's belongings.
That's going too far! It's our house! Why can't I come home? They can't just take her things.
They think you'll take Mia's belongings without permission.
What? They trust me that little? After 5 years of marriage? This doesn't make any sense.
I'll try to convince them to let you attend the funeral. If not, maybe at least you donate to her burial costs. It would be too cruel to deny even that.
All right. I have to rely on you now, Mom. Please. You're all I have left.
Stay strong. When you're calmer, come back to my house. You can heal here. Let's live together and forget these sad things.
No amount of time will heal this. Mia's gone, and I can't even say goodbye? This is too cruel. I can't even see her one last time. Mia, how did this happen? You sent me off with your usual smile, saying have a safe trip. Please answer me. It can't be true that you're gone.
Huh? Who are you talking about?
What? You're not Mia, are you?
I am Mia?
Is this really you?
David, what's going on? You're scaring me.
Are you really Mia? Not a ghost?
I'm very much alive. What's going on? Did something happen during your trip?
I heard you died. I heard you had an accident at work.
What? I'm perfectly fine, as you can see.
Apparently so. I can't believe this.
Who told you that?
My mom.
Your mother?
Yeah, she said you died in an accident at work, that your parents were angry with me, that they wouldn't let me see you.
Why would she say that? It would be obvious I was alive when you came home.
She told me not to come home. She said I wasn't allowed at your funeral and that I wouldn't be allowed to see you. She even told me not to come home, so if I hadn't found out...
Your mom said you couldn't attend my funeral? That's insane.
No, she said your parents were saying all this, that they hated me, that they didn't want me to see you.
What? My parents adore you. They're always so excited when we visit. They just sent you a birthday card last week.
I thought it seemed strange, but coming from Mom, I never thought she'd lie like this. Why would she do this to us?
Well, no one would expect such a cruel lie. I almost can't believe she'd go this far.
What was she trying to do? Make me feel completely alone so I'd have nowhere else to go?
Maybe she was trying to have you all to herself. She's always wanted that.
Who would lie about something like this? About death? About someone's family?
Actually, I think I know why. I've been keeping this secret because I didn't want to worry you. But your mom has been bullying me for a while now.
Bullying? What do you mean?
She comes over unannounced all the time. She comes over and criticizes my housework, makes snide comments. She's even thrown away food I cooked. All sorts of things. She clearly doesn't like me.
Why didn't you tell me before?
She always acted different when you were around, and I didn't want to cause problems between you two.
What? She always told me you two got along well. This is completely different from what I've heard. She said you cooked together, that you were close.
That's not true at all. She criticizes everything I cook and says it's not good enough for you. She hates me so much she tried to break us up. I never imagined she'd go this far, though. But what was she planning to tell me when you didn't come back? That you disappeared or something?
Yeah, what was she planning? She was probably gonna feed you some lies next. Let's see what she does. I'm so sorry you've been dealing with this alone.
I should have told you sooner.
No, it's my fault for not seeing it, for trusting her so completely.
She's your mother. Of course you trusted her.
That's no excuse. I should have protected you better.
What should we do now?
Let's wait and see what she tries next. I have a feeling she won't stop here.
Mia, I'm sorry to spring this on you, but you need to divorce David. He says he wants to end things with you. I have the divorce papers. I'll bring them by this evening. Stay away from my son from now on.
What the hell? When did I ever say I wanted a divorce? How dare you say these things to Mia?
Huh? Who is this?
It's me, David. Mia's right here with me. We're both reading your messages.
David, but what about your business trip? You're supposed to be in Pennsylvania.
I came back because it was an emergency. I thought you might try to hurt Mia while I was gone. More importantly, how dare you lie to me? I never signed any divorce papers. Don't tell me you forged my signature. Did you actually forge documents?
This isn't what you think. Let me explain properly.
What's not what I think? You know document forgery is a serious crime, right? Answer me!
Listen, this was all to protect you.
Protect me from what?
From making a mistake.
What? How is any of this protecting me? Do you know how devastated I was when I thought Mia had died? I lost all will to live. I couldn't eat or sleep. I thought I'd lost everything.
But she's not good enough for you. She'll never understand you like I do.
What exactly makes her not good enough? Tell me exactly what your problem is with my wife.
She's terrible at housework. When I was her age, I was much better at it. She can't even cook properly. She's always tired after work.
I've never had any complaints. I'm perfectly happy. You have no right to judge, and Mia works just as hard as I do.
Plus, she's always putting on an act around you. She's so disrespectful to me when you're not around, always mocking me. She calls me a nasty old hag and tries to dump housework on me. She's really a horrible person. She's trying to turn you against me.
Stop lying! You're the one who's been bullying her! Mia told me everything.
What? No, I haven't. I'm the victim here. She's the one who's lying.
Liar! I can't believe anything you say anymore. You've been lying non-stop about the death, about the divorce, about everything.
I'm sorry I made you sad, but please understand, there's no benefit to staying with a woman like her. Divorce her while you're still young. You could still remarry at your age. Someone more suitable. Someone I approve of.
What is it that bothers you so much about Mia? Are you just jealous of a younger woman? Is that what this is about? Are you scared that she'll take me away from you?
That's not it. I just want what's best for you.
I've heard what you say to Mia, how you criticize everything she does, telling her she's useless and her only value is her youth. How dare you say such cruel things to my wife? I don't care if you're my mother, I'll never forgive this.
What are you going to do? You wouldn't turn against your own mother.
I'm protecting my wife. Even if you're my mother, I won't show mercy. I've decided to file a police report about you. I already spoke with a lawyer. He says it's a serious case.
Why? Over a little family disagreement? Can't we talk about this?
You forged divorce papers to try to break us up. Just the forgery alone is a crime. The lawyer says it's multiple violations. Identity theft, document fraud, emotional distress. Each one is serious.
You mean I'll be arrested? Please, no. I can't go to prison at my age. What will the neighbors think? My friends at church? I'll do anything.
Or I could sue you for damages. You said you don't have savings, right? If you don't want to end up destitute, stay away from us. The lawyer mentioned 6-figure damages. He wants to include emotional distress.
What do you mean? You wouldn't do that to your mother, after everything I've done for you?
I mean, we're cutting ties. Don't ever show your face to us again. Don't contact us either. No more visits, no more calls, no more messages. I'm blocking your number after this. We're moving houses. I'm not telling you where we're going either.
No, I don't want that. If you're gone, I'll be all alone. Please don't do this to me. I raised you by myself, after your father left.
You're nothing but toxic to our marriage. You've caused Mia so much pain. We need to make a clean break. Every time you visit, she cries. Did you know that? She hides in the bathroom. You did this to yourself.
But you don't need to cut ties completely. I'll apologize for lying. I'll apologize to Mia, too. I'll get counseling. I'll do better.
If you're really sorry, tell me why you did all this. The real reason. No more lies. Just tell me the truth for once.
I've been so lonely since you married Mia. I just wanted my son back. It wasn't jealousy of her youth. I miss how things used to be.
I see. So you were lonely. That's why you tried to destroy my marriage?
Yes, I'm sorry.
But that doesn't justify what you did. You could have just told me you were lonely. We could have found a solution. Instead, you chose this.
I'm sorry. I'll apologize to Mia, too. Please don't abandon me. Please don't leave me all alone. Give me another chance.
People like you should be alone. You just cause trouble for everyone around you. This is goodbye. Forever. Later, Mom came to our house and begged on her knees while crying, but my anger hadn't subsided and I threw her out. Watching her shuffle away, she looked so pitiful. To be honest, I'm sad it came to this, but I don't regret cutting ties with my mother to protect my wife. Some relatives tried to convince me to reconcile, saying that blood is thicker than water. They told me I'd regret this decision when I'm older, that I'm being too harsh on an aging mother who just wanted her son's attention. But they didn't see how she tormented Mia, how she tried to break apart our marriage with elaborate lies. They didn't experience the psychological warfare she waged on my wife behind my back. After that, Mom became a recluse in her house, devastated. According to relatives, our old family home is now unkempt and falling apart. When relatives try to talk to her through the door, she just yells at them to leave. The water meter readings suggest she's still alive, at least. Mom ended up alone and probably broke mentally, but that's the consequence of her own actions. The neighborhood association tried to check on her a few times, but she refused all contact. Sometimes I drive by the house late at night just to make sure the lights are still on. I never get out of the car, though. That chapter of my life is closed. My father, who left our family when I was young, heard of the situation and even came to check on her. For some reason, he's the only person who she's responded to so far. I'm just grateful it wasn't Mia who ended up broken. After this incident, I switched to a job with less travel. Now, I want to spend as much time as possible with my wife. We're expecting our first child next spring. Mom probably doesn't know she's going to be a grandmother. And that's for the best. Some bridges can't be rebuilt once they're burned.
Tom is up to now.
Hey, Alan, do you have a minute? Would it be okay if I gave my mom your number?
Yeah, sure.
Sorry about this. She says she really wants to talk to you.
Through text? We're meeting them next month for the formal engagement dinner anyway.
I've been trying to delay this for weeks now. She's been asking about you every single day. She keeps saying she needs to evaluate you before the dinner.
Evaluate? That sounds intense.
Yeah, my mom can be really intense. She insists on getting to know you before then. I've actually been avoiding telling her much about you.
Your family has a long line of doctors, right?
Yeah, going back to my great-grandfather. They've been pushing me to become a doctor since I was little. Now Mom's starting to get involved in my love life, too. She keeps saying I should marry a doctor. She even has a list of suitable candidates she's trying to set me up with.
Oh, well, that's not great for me. I'm just a corporate employee.
That's just her ideal scenario. She'll have to compromise. I mean, she's not even a doctor herself. She's been a housewife since getting married. Since I became a doctor like they wanted, the least she could do is let me choose who I want to marry.
Have you told her anything about my job?
No, I've been avoiding that topic completely. She'd just start comparing you to all the doctors she knows.
Still, I bet she thinks if her daughter's gonna get married, it would be best that it was a doctor.
That's just Mom being selfish. She did this with my sister, too. But my sister stood up to her and married who she wanted.
You never mentioned having a sister.
We don't talk much anymore. Mom kind of pushed her away with all the criticism. She's about 10 years older than I am. She left the family a while ago, so I pretty much grew up an only child.
I'm sorry about that. Now I'm starting to worry about whether your parents will ever accept me.
Honestly, I didn't want Mom to meet you at all. That's why I never told her anything. But she got impatient and demanded your contact info so she could talk to you directly. She found out about our engagement from one of her friends who saw us at the restaurant last week.
I see. It's okay, I'll talk with her.
I'm really sorry about this. I tried to refuse several times, but she wouldn't let up. Just humor her, okay?
What do you think she'll ask me?
I hate to say this, but she might say some pretty rude things. She did this with all my previous boyfriends, too. She'd interrogate them until they got freaked out. Some even broke up with me because of her interference. She once made my college boyfriend cry during dinner. Sorry, I probably shouldn't talk about my exes.
It's fine. You grew up an only child, so maybe she's just worried about you ending up with someone sketchy. Maybe she doesn't want what happened with your sister to happen with you, too.
Mom basically disowned her when she married a musician.
That's harsh. How long ago was this?
About 8 years ago. I still secretly meet my sister sometimes. You're so sweet, Alan. But no, she's just controlling.
I'll be extra polite. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Just don't let her intimidate you. She'll try to find any weakness she can.
I really don't want her to dislike me.
Mom will understand what a wonderful person you are once she talks to you. I've never met anyone as amazing as you. You're different from anyone I've dated before. You actually stand up for yourself.
That means a lot, coming from my fiancé.
If it gets too annoying, just make up an excuse to end the conversation. I'm sorry about all this. And please don't tell her about your family background yet. She'll just use it against us somehow.
Should I avoid mentioning my father, then?
Yes, please. Let's save that for the dinner. Maybe she'll behave better in person. I'll send her your number now. Good luck. Good evening. Is this Alan? This is Mary's mother.
Yes, hello, Mrs. Johnson. Nice to meet you.
I'm sure you've heard from Mary, but I wanted to reach out to learn more about you. Do you have time to chat?
Yes, that's fine.
I'm sorry to do this, but my daughter won't tell me anything about her fiancé. She seems to avoid discussing you because she doesn't want me criticizing her choice. If she just picked someone perfect, I wouldn't have to complain. But she always chooses such disappointing men. Has Mary told you about her previous relationships? There were several promising candidates from good medical families.
I see.
Her last boyfriend was at least from a good university, though he worked in finance instead of medicine. What university did you attend?
I prefer not to discuss my educational background right now.
That's very suspicious. Are you hiding something? Every educated person should be proud of their alma mater. Your reluctance to answer makes me very concerned. So what do you do for work?
I work in IT.
Just a corporate employee, then. I was hoping my daughter would marry a doctor. We're a medical family, you know.
Yes, I've heard about that.
IT could mean anything these days. Are you just doing basic computer maintenance? What exactly do you do in IT? What's your position? Are you even in a management role? If you're not a doctor, you should at least work for a prestigious company. Otherwise, this won't work. Which company do you work for? Is it at least a well-known corporation?
You can rest assured about that. I work for a major corporation.
That's very vague. Why won't you name the company? Are you ashamed of where you work? A reputable person would be proud to name their employer.
No, I'm just private about such matters.
Well, that's somewhat acceptable, though I still prefer a doctor. Do you know any doctors personally? Have you ever been in a hospital? Not including as a patient. What are your intentions with my daughter?
I apologize that I'm not a doctor, but I promise to make your daughter happy.
And how do you plan to do that? What's your salary? Can you provide her the lifestyle she's accustomed to? Do you own property? What's your investment portfolio like? She grew up in a very comfortable environment, you know. We gave her everything she could want.
I earn enough to support a family comfortably.
People often make promises they can't keep. I'll need to observe you more to see if you're truly worthy of my daughter. Do you have any idea how much doctors make? My daughter's starting salary was higher than most people's mid-career earnings. Mary could marry someone from her own hospital, someone more suitable. There's a promising young surgeon who's shown interest in her.
I understand. I'll do my best to earn your approval.
That's not a very confident response. A real man would defend himself more vigorously. Are you always this evasive? Every question I ask, you dodge. My daughter deserves someone who can be direct and honest. Your passive responses are quite concerning.
I'm being as honest as I can while maintaining appropriate boundaries.
Boundaries? With your future mother-in-law? Family shouldn't have secrets from each other. This is exactly why I need to look into you more carefully. Your attitude makes me very suspicious. We'll continue this discussion at the engagement dinner. I expect full transparency then.
I look forward to meeting you in person.
One more thing. Where does your family live? What do your parents do? Are they still together?
I'd prefer to discuss family matters at the dinner.
More secrets? This is very concerning. Mary usually tells me everything about her boyfriends. I knew everything about her previous partners' families. The fact that she's hiding so much about you makes me very suspicious. A mother has a right to know these things.
Perhaps she has her reasons.
We'll see about that. I have ways of finding information if people won't provide it willingly. I hope you're prepared for a thorough discussion at dinner. And I expect answers to all my questions then. Ellen, I'm so sorry about how my mother behaved earlier. I can't believe she made that scene in front of everyone.
She basically kicked me out of the house. She definitely hates me.
I tried to stop her, but she wouldn't listen. Dad is furious with her right now.
Did she really call me a middle school dropout lowlife?
I've never seen her act like this before. She was screaming so loud the neighbors probably heard. About that, apparently she hired someone to investigate your background.
Hired someone? This is like something out of a TV drama. Did she use a private detective or something?
It wasn't a real detective. We have a relative who does amateur online investigation work. It's my cousin who thinks he's some kind of internet sleuth.
Oh, like those internet sleuths you see on social media?
He's always bragging about how he can find anything online. She paid him to look into you. He could only find your middle school records in the US, so she assumed you dropped out after that. Mom paid him $500 to dig up dirt on you.
Ah, that makes sense.
She's been planning this for weeks. She even had a whole file prepared with evidence.
Evidence of what?
All sorts of ridiculous things. Old social media posts, your work history in the US. People have all sorts of circumstances, and judging someone by their education is wrong. But Mom won't listen to anything I say. I don't think we can ever reconcile with her. She's already telling all our relatives that I'm throwing my life away.
Your mom is really stuck on this, isn't she? Not just about careers, but education, too?
She's always been obsessed with status and appearances. Actually, that's not the only reason she's angry.
What else? Did I do something?
Apparently, that amateur investigator followed you.
What? That's creepy.
They took pictures, too. I saw them. I know, right? They followed you to your mom's house. They said it was really run down, and that made her even angrier. My cousin followed you for 3 days straight.
Oh, I did visit Mom a few days ago, so that's when they were following me. I had no idea.
I'm sorry they called it run down.
Well, it is an old single-story house.
Mom showed everyone the photos during dinner.
So that's why your mom called me poor.
She's been sending those photos to all our relatives. I'm so sorry she said such awful things. I never knew my mother could be like this. She's telling everyone you're trying to scam our family.
It's not your fault, Mary. Being insulted like that was a first for me and pretty shocking, but I don't blame you at all.
I should have warned you better about how she might react. You're right. It must be hurtful. Why did I have to get a mother like this? She's always like this. I've had to break up with so many boyfriends because of her. She's proud of ruining my relationships.
Did she insult your ex-boyfriends like this too?
Yeah. They'd all end up leaving, saying they couldn't be with someone who had such a weird parent. One of them actually filed a harassment complaint against her.
Well, now I understand your mom better, but no matter how much she opposes us, I still want to marry you. We should think about how to handle our relationship with her.
You still want to marry me after all this? Even after she threw water in your face?
Of course I do. We're in this together.
Actually, I have something I want to ask you about that. I've been thinking about this all night. Can we discuss something serious? What is the meaning of this? My own daughter sent me this message about the wedding. What do you mean I'm the only one not invited to the wedding? Answer me!
Yes, Mary and I discussed it and made this decision, since you clearly don't approve of us.
This is outrageous. Even distant relatives are invited. And of course I don't. And you're still planning to marry my daughter after all this? Break up with her immediately. How dare you turn my daughter against me?
That's not possible. We love each other, and Mary is an adult who wants to make her own choices about marriage.
She was perfectly fine before meeting you. Don't be ridiculous. When parents oppose a marriage, children should listen. I've guided her whole life. I know what's best for her.
Children aren't their parents' property.
Who do you think you are to lecture me about parenting? If my daughter would just choose someone suitable, I wouldn't have to interfere. But she always picks worthless men. I have to check them carefully. I've protected her from making mistakes all her life.
So I'm worthless too?
I know your family is poor, and you're a dropout too. I won't hand my daughter over to someone from the bottom of society. Those pictures of your mother's house tell me everything I need to know.
Am I really that bad?
Poor people should marry other poor people. How dare you try to get your hands on my daughter? You're probably just after our money, aren't you? Back off right now. I bet you targeted her because she's a doctor. Did you think you could fool us with your fancy clothes?
I'm not after money. You investigated me, so you must know I work for a major corporation.
Even at a big company, you probably have some dead-end, low-paying position. Someone from your background couldn't possibly earn much. You might not even be a full employee. What's your actual job title? Some kind of assistant?
That's quite an assumption.
Then prove me wrong. Show me your tax returns. You're simply not good enough for my daughter. A dropout trying to marry into our medical family. You'll bring shame to our name. Everyone at the hospital will laugh at us.
Yes, I am a dropout. In the States, that is.
In the States? What do you mean? Stop trying to confuse the issue.
My parents divorced when I was in middle school. I went with my dad, and we moved to Germany for his work, so I went to high school and college there. That's why your amateur investigator could only find my middle school records.
What?
That's why my American education records stop at middle school. Maybe if you'd hired a real detective instead of an amateur, you wouldn't have jumped to conclusions.
You're making this up. But why are you in the US now?
After college, I worked in Germany for a while, then transferred to the States 2 years ago. I'm at a multinational firm now, full-time employee making over $100,000 a year.
That can't be true. What about that run-down house? Why would someone making that much let their mother live like that?
That's my estranged mother's place. She had health issues after the divorce and struggled. Since I came back to the States and reconnected with her, I've been helping her out financially. I've been trying to convince her to move, but she's attached to that house.
So, we completely misunderstood everything? But still, you should have told us this from the beginning.
Even if I had dropped out, I didn't deserve to be insulted like that. Having pride in your family is fine, but looking down on others is wrong. Is being from a medical family really something to be so arrogant about? My father's a surgeon in Germany, and he's never looked down on anyone.
What? Your father is a doctor? Which hospital? What's his name?
Yes, he sometimes comes to America to teach surgical techniques. He's quite well known in the field, actually.
Why didn't you say so earlier? This changes everything.
I tried to tell you during the meeting, but you wouldn't let me speak.
Because I didn't know. We can start over. Let's forget everything that happened.
Well, we'll be keeping our distance from now on. Let's avoid interacting with each other.
You can't do this. Not now that I know the truth.
The truth about my background doesn't change how you treated us.
Alan, please forgive my terrible behavior. My husband scolded me severely. He actually knew of your father's reputation. Apparently, he's a legendary surgeon here in America. I had no idea we were dealing with such an important person's son. Please, can't we talk this through?
Is that so? I wasn't aware he was that well known.
Your father pioneered that new cardiac surgery technique. My husband has been following his research for years.
I've told my father about how you insulted me. I've also informed him that we won't be maintaining family relations with you.
Please wait. My husband wants to apologize too. Please forgive us. We can have another dinner. A proper one this time.
Your husband's apology isn't necessary. He tried to stop you during the meeting. We only want to cut ties with you specifically.
Just me? How can you invite my husband, but not me?
Yes, like I said, you're the only one not invited to the wedding.
My own daughter's wedding? You can't do this to me. Mary wants to cut ties with only me? I gave birth to her. I raised her.
Actually, it was Mary's idea. She told me how harsh you've been to her all these years. She said having you as a mother has been nothing but painful.
But everything I did was for her. She became a doctor because of me. Look how successful she is now.
Mary never wanted to be a doctor. She always wanted to be an animator.
She's still saying that? She used to talk about that in elementary school, but that was just a childish dream.
She's been drawing cartoons while working as a doctor. Now she wants to quit medicine and pursue her dream. I'm gonna support her.
She'll never make it. Why throw away a medical career? Do you know how hard I worked to get her into medical school? How many strings I pulled? How many favors I called in?
Mary says she's never been able to do anything she wanted in life. What's wrong with following your passion at least once?
Passion doesn't pay bills. Being a doctor is a respected position.
She's saved up enough money and I can support us so there's no financial worry.
But being a doctor is obviously better for her future. What will people say when they hear she quit? Think about our family's reputation.
Mary says when she looks back on her life, all she feels is regret. Do you really think continuing as a doctor would make her happy? Forcing her to be a doctor was just for your own satisfaction. That's why your daughter is cutting you out of her life. She cries every time she has to go to work. Did you know that?
Let me talk to Mary. Why won't she answer my calls?
No, she doesn't want to speak with you. By the way, her father has already approved our decisions.
What did you say?
Your husband agrees that you're in the wrong. He's known about Mary's cartoons for years. He's been secretly supporting her dream.
Even my husband is abandoning me? I married into this family. I protected it. I made my daughter become a doctor for the family's sake. I sacrificed everything for this family.
For the family or for the money? I heard you've been living quite luxuriously on your husband's income. Your closet is full of designer brands, isn't it? That's why, despite being a medical family, there's not much savings.
How dare you? Who told you about our finances? I was just maintaining an appropriate appearance for our family's status. A doctor's wife has certain obligations.
Both your husband and Mary are fed up with you, and after this incident, Mary has completely lost faith in you. I'm sorry, but reconciliation is impossible. Mary's already submitted her resignation letter.
Stop! Don't take my daughter away. Please, forgive me, Mary. I'll support her cartoons. I'll do anything.
You've been holding your daughter back all this time. Now you need to face the consequences. You're the one who's brought shame to your family name.
You don't understand. I just wanted to be the best for her. Please, just let me talk to her one more time.
I'll pass along your messages to Mary, but don't expect a response.
How long will this punishment last?
This isn't punishment, it's consequences. We didn't invite my mother-in-law to our wedding. She was frustrated about being the only one excluded and started taking it out on my father-in-law. Their relationship deteriorated, and eventually it came out that she was having an affair. They got divorced, of course. In the settlement, she didn't get much because of her infidelity. Since she'd been a housewife all her life, finding work was difficult, but she couldn't lower her standard of living. Her savings quickly ran out, and now she's struggling financially. Meanwhile, Mary says she's never been happier. No matter who they are, parents have no right to steal their children's lives. I want my wife to enjoy this freedom she's finally found. Mary released a draft of the first episode of her cartoon 6 months after quitting medicine. She dedicated it to the one who always believed in my dreams, her father. She posted it on social media and it got over 1 million views. There's a lot of people online supporting her, and I'm incredibly proud of her.